What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back again with the weekly Rust Skins videos. Yes, that is my dog barking in the background, and he does sound like a little bit of a rat at the moment. But we've got the top sellers at the moment being the Legacy Kevlar Kilt at number 1, then followed by 3 of the actual DLC for Rust, 4 in fact, and then the Berserker Thompson and the Bombshell Sheet Metal Door. So keep that in mind as well when it comes to the top sellers. But we'll start off with the clothing and armor first, and we'll get started with the Desert Beast face mask and chestplate. Both Metal Gear, and both going for $1.55, which is standard store price, so that's actually a good thing in my opinion. We haven't actually had any of the other Desert Beast high tier stuff come out, so we've had only Prim Gear come out so far from memory. We've had the Hide Poncho, I think that's going for around $3 something. We've had the Burlap shirt and pants, and currently the Burlap shirt and pants are also profitable, but the Burlap shirt and pants aren't going to go up, even though they're in the screenshots of the Rust store. They're not going to go up because of the fact that the chest plate and metal face mask came out, because you're not going to be using Burlap clothing when you're roaming with Metal Gear, because you're already going to lose projectile protection. So I mean, what's the point of roaming Metal Gear if that's what you're going to do? So overall, I don't think that the other Desert Beast stuff is really going to go up in price because this has come out. But because this has come out, I do think that this is a good price point for the set to continue. So because they're only $1.55 each, I think they're overall going to be safe investments. I don't think the Metal Gear is really going to have that high of a demand, but if the set does continue and we do get hoodie and pants, then eventually boots and gloves, then I do see the Desert Beast metal face mask and chestplate going up in price. And the fact that they're only $1.55 does make them a safer investment. You also have to keep in mind they are decent desert camouflage as well. Not the best, but they're definitely not the worst. I think overall they're pretty decent when it comes to, the camo in desert biomes. So keep that in mind as well, but $1.55 for each of them. Overall, I will recommend investing in them as a medium to long-term investment. It really does depend when the set continues, but I really wouldn't be surprised if the set did continue. Overall though, besides the camouflage thing, I don't think it's going to have that much demand, because I mean, it's like a walrus bloody thing, so who cares about that really? Alright, moving over to the Legacy Kevlar Kilt, continuation of the Legacy set now, where we've had the Legacy Bow, which is for some reason still in the Rust store for the 3rd week in a row now, or maybe even longer. And then we've also got the Legacy Kevlar Vest and Legacy Kevlar Face Mask, both on the community market for $7.41 and $7.40. So overall, I think the Legacy Kevlar Kilt will still make you money, even though it's above center store price, going at $3.85. So it's above center store price by quite a bit. But black kilts are profitable, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Legacy set did continue. I honestly wasn't expecting us to get any more Legacy stuff. It does make sense for us to have gotten the kilt now, because we just had the metal face mask and the metal chest plate. So from here on, perhaps the set might not continue, but I'm sure Face Punch is making a decent bit of money from it, and so I'm sure this skin creator will try and make some hoodie and pants for it and see if they can get them accepted as well. So overall though, the Legacy Kevlar Kilt, you have to keep in mind, does have like a bit of a luster effect, so it's a bit more shiny, rather than matte like the Blackout. So you can't really buy this as a cheaper version of Blackout, and if you do buy it as a cheaper version of Blackout and you have the Blackout Metal Gear but not the Blackout Kilt, then it's going to look a bit weird, because you're going to have a shiny kilt with matte black metal face mask and chest plate. So you have to keep that kind of stuff in mind as well. It's going to make it a little bit harder to pair stuff, but at the same time, it's still going to be an easy skin to pair with other armors in the game and other skins in the game. Not necessarily saying that it's going to look bad with the Blackout, but it's not going to look as good as the Blackout Kilt with the Blackout, which does make sense. So overall, the Legacy Kevlar Kilt as a long-term investment, I do think you can make money off of it. I also do think you could potentially get it off of the community market with a buy order if you do want to try and play it safe. But overall, I will recommend investing in the Legacy Kevlar Kilt off of the Rust store as well, because I do think black kilts are a safe investment overall, even though this one is starting at a high price point. So overall, I will recommend investing in it. Not going to talk about the Legacy Bow. If you guys want to go over the Legacy Bow, then you can watch one of my previous videos, but overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in it because it's $5.40 for starters. But secondly, it's been out on the Russell store for like a month. Moving over to the Berserker Thompson, going for $4.60, and this is a continuation of the Berserker set. So overall, the Berserker set hasn't performed too bad, but the cheapest weapon for the Berserker is the SAR, going for $3.05, followed by the AK going for $3.76, and then the Berserker MP5 going for $3.85. So it does show you that they're going to really sit like between that like $3 to $4 mark, and this is going for $4.60, Berserker Thompson. So it does pretty much indicate that we aren't going to be making profits off of the Berserker Thompson if we buy it off the Russell store. So if you do want to invest in it, I'd recommend getting it off the community market or the buy order for cheaper, and then trying to sell it and flip it from there. But overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in it in the Russell store because it's $4.60 above center store price for whatever reason. It does have a decent ADS, but I'm not going to say that it's a good ADS because I don't really like the white front sight. I'd rather a red front sight, especially on a skin like this where it's kind of like an edgy black and red skin. A red front sight would make more sense anyway. But you're going to lose the white front sight when you're ADSing in the snow if you're not lining up the player. Whereas, of course, if it's red, it's going to be a lot easier to see. So, unfortunately, the Berserker Thompson doesn't have a red front sight. Overall, it's a nice-looking Tommy skin, very edgy. But I'm not going to recommend investing in it off of the Russell store for this week because it's $4.60 mainly. All right, moving over to the next weapon. Lightning Star does indeed like the electricity / lightning themed skins, and I had a feeling he would be back in the Discord, and he was last night because of it. So we've got the high voltage LR going for $3.05, standard store price for weapons. Sorry that you can hear my dog. If you can hear my dog, I will say right now, okay, so I haven't actually looked at this gun in game, but I'm looking at the screenshots, and having that like polymer magazine, like the clear mag where you can see the bullets, it actually looks skits. I actually really like that. I think it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, there's no ADS screenshot, but I can see in one of the screenshots that there is, by the looks of it, a skull with lightning bolts going out of its eyes, I think. So the ADS could be an interesting thing to look at, but overall, I don't think LR skins really have that high of a demand because they're in a weird spot with the meta at the moment because they're not really that great. But also, of course, it is a weapon that you can't actually craft. So it does make it a bit harder for some people to get. And I mean, like the AK is just so much better, and so are a lot of other guns. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the high voltage LR off of the Russell store. I don't really think it's going to have any demand. If you want to try and get it with a buy order, then do so. Picking up as a play skin, I don't think you'll lose money. I think you'll probably make money if you pick it up as a play skin with a buy order. But I don't think it's going to be much. So not really that much to talk about with that one. All right, so let's move over to the deployables, and we have the Bombshell sheet metal door, another That German Guy skin, accepted for the year. This is going for $4.60, and this is another pay-to-win skin with a subtle window in the middle of it, and of course, it is a glowing deployable as well. So I think this is a tasteful skin when it comes to its pay-to-win because its window isn't fully in your face, and it does look like it can actually blend in quite well with this skin itself. It's not just kind of like slapped on there. So overall, I think it is a pretty decent pay-to-win skin, but I think we're going to get a lot of these kind of skins in 2024 with the windows, and so the fact that this is $4.60 is going to make it a bit harder to invest in. Personally, I can't get amongst the green skins with the orange flames. It's just my personal opinion on that. I think the skin would look a lot better without the orange flames, but overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Bombshell sheet metal door off the Russell store, and that's actually, because it's $4.60, not really for any other reason. It's just too expensive to be buying off of the Russell store, and so it's going to make it harder to profit off of it. Also, the Bombshell stuff doesn't really perform that well, although as the set continues and we continue to get even more pay-to-win skins, because of course these are now not only glowing but also glowing and windowed, it is becoming a very nice set to actually own, the Bombshell. So good play skins, but overall, I don't think you're really going to be making much money off the $4.60 sheet metal door skin, unfortunately. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Bombshell sheet metal door skin off the Ross Item store for this week. Nice skin though. All right, moving over to the Damascus Furnace, going for $3.85. Overall, not too keen on this skin. I think it looks pretty nice while it's turned off. I actually really like how the Damascus kind of flares out into a nice little cool shape. But while it's on, it just looks a little bit weird in my opinion. It looks a bit too messy, especially in the front center. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this skin. We have so many nice, unique looking furnace skins that it is pretty hard to invest in furnace skins, to be honest. I really like the back of this furnace skin, but yeah, I'm not going to recommend investing in the furnace skin. I don't think it's going to have high demand, and so for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in it. Okay, moving over to the Industrial Bloodgate garage door skin that Mum said that we had at home. So the Industrial Bloodgate 2 is what we got versus the potential Industrial Bloodgate Glow garage door that is on the workshop, and the original garage door Doom, which was completely windowed OP pay to win garage door skin that was accepted in the game and then removed because people complained about the pay to win, so it didn't even make it to the Ross Item store. This skin has been accepted for the second time in a not in a row, but the second time this month. This skin was ultra pay to win before it got accepted into the game, and the community didn't like it, so Face Punch changed their minds, didn't accept it into the game, and here we are. This does have a little bit of a glow on the top roller of the garage door, but compared to the Industrial Bloodgate Glow, it doesn't have any glow on the actual garage door face of each of the garage door doors. So unfortunately, yeah, I think this is the worst version of the garage door that we could have gotten, but that is being quite harsh because I actually do think this is a skits looking garage door skin. I think the skin creators also put a lot of effort into their screenshots for the Ross Item store post of this. It actually is a really nice looking garage door skin, but it is, in my opinion, the worst of the options of it we could have gotten. So $2.30 is what it's going for though, and that is, in my opinion, a key highlight there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Industrial Bloodgate skins became a set and they continued to come out. And so for that reason, I actually will still recommend investing in it. It doesn't have really any glow on its face and stuff like that, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to like the role player aspect. Sorry about my dog. Of like the really edgy looking skins, and I'm sure they can make like trap bases and stuff like that out of it. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Industrial Bloodgate 2 garage door skin. Alright, moving over to the final skin of the week, we have the Legacy wooden door going for $2.30, and this is a standard wooden door skin, but it does match the Legacy wood skins, which was the DLC for this month. So look, it's not really going to have that high of a demand because the only people that are going to want this skin are the people that have the Legacy Wood skin DLC, which might be a few people, but once it leaves the Ross Item store, the people that do own it are going to keep it for their own Legacy Wooden Door DLC. And then once they get sick of it, if they get sick of it and they don't want to use that door skin anymore and they sell it to the community market, the people on the community market aren't going to want to be buying this because they don't have the DLC. So it's not really actually going to have that high of a demand once it leaves the Ross Item store. You have to keep that in mind. In saying that as well, just to contradict myself for a second here, it does also bring the opportunity of this, of course, being a limited door skin, whereas the DLC is going to be out next week. So maybe next week someone might want to buy the Legacy Wooden thing DLC, and then on the community market they'll want to kind of complete that set and then buy the wooden door. But either way, because it is wood, I still don't think it's really going to have a high demand because you're going to be going through the door tiers quite quickly as you do, and so you're going to be going from the wooden door to a sheet metal door very quickly in the game. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Legacy Wooden Door off the Ross Item store. There's better wooden door skins, there's pay to win wooden door skins, there's free Twitch OP pay to win skins that you don't have to pay for. There just isn't really any point in buying this Legacy Wooden Door unless you have the DLC and you want it to match. So overall, I don't think it's going to have any demand once it leaves the Rust Item store, and I'm not going to recommend investing in the Legacy Wooden Door off the Rust Item store for that reason. So that is going to do it for this week, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Happy New Year, because of course I will not be making another video until next year. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one. Alrighty guys, so this at Gmail is trash, blah 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 person didn't actually claim their prize this week from the last week's skin giveaway. So the giveaway will be moving over to the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. The link is in the description below. That is how you find it right here. And then you can go in to the draw of winning the item that I was giving away that I can't remember what it is currently, but you'll find out if you join the Discord, and it will be in the giveaways channel. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.